Even though we already got our revenge back in 1984, nerds are definitely taking over right now. Y'all, out of every trend that I've seen come and go on TikTok, I gotta say this nerd trend, the you need to nerd out trend, y'all know what I'm talking about, has gotta be my favorite. Because too long have nerds been put down and ridiculed for stuff that they like. You know, I know in high school and middle school, I was bullied for liking Star Wars, Naruto, but granted, I was kind of the weird kid in middle school too because I did the Naruto run. Y'all know the one I'm talking about. Yeah, that was me in high school and middle school. But you know what? I didn't care. The YNTOTO trend is perfect because nerds, like myself, get the chance to show off what we love. Mine is Star Wars, of course. I love Naruto, Sonic, SpongeBob's my favorite TV show. I grew up watching Chowder. I played The Walking Dead Telltale. I played Last of Us. I love Marvel. My favorite hero is Hulk. I like DC, you know, but not as much as Marvel. But whatever it might be, this trend lets us show off what we love. And I've got plenty more clips on my TikTok alone that I can make a video out of. I've made two because one wasn't enough. And I want to get on here real quick and just say to all the nerds out there who are nerds but are scared to like be a nerd, if that makes sense, because you might have been put down for it or bullied for it or ridiculed by others for it. Listen, like I said, in middle school and high school and even now, I'm looked at weird for liking what I like. Star Wars, you know, Naruto. You want to know how I do it? By not giving two French seals what people think. There'd be times where I go outside and make my lightsaber videos in my whole Jedi robe, my full Jedi cosplay, and my next door neighbor is looking at me sit on their porch smoking a cigarette like. Sometimes they take out their phone. I could be on their Facebook somewhere. I don't know. But again, I don't care. Because like I said, love what you love. It's your life. You know? Nobody's going to stop me from watching Naruto. No one's going to stop me from making saber content. No one's going to stop me from loving what I love. And you shouldn't either. And it doesn't matter what you love, too. It doesn't have to be something famous for you to be considered a nerd. It doesn't have to even be Star Wars, Harry Potter, Marvel. To me, if you got knowledge of something and you're passionate about it, that makes you a nerd. The only requirement for being a nerd, in my opinion, is passion. That's all you need. Be passionate about it. If you're passionate about something, show it. Do y'all remember that scene in Spider-Man 3, the Sam Raimi version, Spider-Man 3, where Peter went to go see MJ's play, and she was worried about how she sounded because she sounded too quiet, and Peter starts talking about how sound propagates and how sound travels and whatever, and she goes, "You are such a nerd."
My knees were shaking.
Your knees were fine.
The applause wasn't very loud.
Yes, it was. It's the acoustics. It's all about diffusion. It keeps the sound waves from grouping. You see, when the sound waves, they propagate, then it's like an...
You are such a nerd.
That's what I mean by be passionate. That's exactly what I mean. Because even if people make fun of you for liking what you like, at the end of the day, it's your life. You know, the way I see it is like, oh, you love this particular Star Wars show, or you love this anime, you love this superhero, you thought this movie was fine. Oh, shame this guy. I would look at you like, what are you gonna do about it? Nothing. It's my life, and it's your life. That's why you shouldn't let nobody put you down for loving what you love. The cool thing to me about nerds is that there's so many different categories. Maybe you're like me and you like Star Wars. Maybe you can solve a Rubik's Cube. Maybe you're good at math. And if you are, well then, good for you, because that was not me in school. I grew up watching Ninja Turtles, every version. This is my favorite one. Maybe you know how to code, because if you do, again, good for you, because that was not me in college. I grew up playing fighting games like Tekken and Street Fighter. My favorite character is Lei Wulong. I love Pokemon. That's a big one. I have a Pokemon side too. I'm a nerd when it comes to lightsabers. And those are just two. I love playing Fortnite. This thing.
No! He's like, yes.
That looks crazy on my end.
Which is actually something I do get made fun of in real life right now, because I'm 26 years old playing Fortnite. I don't care, it's fun. No one likes to have fun anymore. And this is something I still get made fun of for today. Liking video game OSTs. Yeah, that's right, I love video game music. Most people will listen to Taylor Swift or any of their other music artists when they're doing stuff. Not me. I listen to the background theme of Hippopotos from Sonic Unleashed. I listen to Toad's Factory from Mario Kart Wii. I listen to the HQ Hub theme from Drawn to Life, the next chapter. And this is one I don't really talk about often, but I still am a nerd about it. But I'm a big animal nerd. When I was little, I loved animals, like, you know, snakes, spiders, you know, lions, tigers, any animal you can think of. You know, I'm a big nerd about it even to this day. I love watching Animal Planet, watching different shows on it. So yes, I'm a big animal nerd. Like, my favorite animal of all time is the leopard. Did you know when the leopard hunts its prey, it climbs into a tree and stores it for later? That way lions and hyenas and other, you know, predatory animals nearby can't get to it. And people, I say it all the time in my Instagram captions, I say it on my posts. People actually, I'm talking about in real life right now, I've had a few people, mostly online, but I've had people call me a nerd as if it was supposed to be an insult. I would just look at you like, yeah, I am. That's the best compliment now. My brother, for example, he's a big nerd when it comes to Life is Strange, because that's one of his favorite video game fandoms right there. It's not a big fandom, but it's something he's passionate about. Along with Star Wars, of course. My dad, before he passed, he was a big nerd when it came to music, astrology, numerology, science, math. I think me and my brother get our nerdiness from him for sure. Two of my favorite nerds. One's a popular YouTuber, one's a popular character. And that's Swoozie and Steve Urkel. Steve Urkel was definitely the king of the nerds. He was one of the coolest nerds to ever do it. Don't even debate me on that. That's a fact. It doesn't even matter how you dress. You know, because Urkel used to have, suspenders. You can have that, or you can have Jordans. You can have Louis Vuitton. You can have Gucci. You can also Cabana. But at the end of the day, if you're passionate about something, that makes you a nerd. Doesn't matter what you're dressed as. I believe Swoozie said it best.
Now granted, I'm a nerd. Nerds are my peoples, okay? No matter what outfit y'all see me dressed up in, still nerd.
Anyway, I say all that to say, to all my nerds out there, keep being a nerd. Keep posting that content. Keep posting what you love. I love to see it. Nerds are living on my FYP right now, and I am here for it. I got made fun of for liking Star Wars, because of course it wasn't popular at the time. I got made fun of for liking anime, specifically Naruto. But one thing I will say is that even though I was bullied for it, I never really cared. I'm not even gonna lie. Yeah, I can admit, I was bullied for all those things, but I never cared. It never stopped me from loving what I love. And that's how all y'all should do too. And yeah, I know it's easier said than done. I'm just a stranger on the internet telling you not to worry about it. I know what it's like to be put down by people because of stuff you love. But here's the thing. At the end of the day, it's your life, not theirs. And whether you decide to just nerd out and love what you love regardless of what they think, or just give in to their ridicule, that's totally up to you. But either route you choose, it's your life and not theirs. They're going to love what they love. You're going to love what you love. So you may as well just choose the nerd side. Because you being a nerd is not going to affect anything they have to do in their life. They still have to pay their bills. They still have to work. They still have to do everything else. Just love what you love. I know I probably sound repetitive, but love what you love. And here's a term that I use for my own content as well. Unapologetically nerd. So go out there and be unapologetically nerd too. And don't let anybody, friends, coworkers, classmates, even family, put you down for loving something you love. Do the world a favor. Be a nerd. Love what you love. Don't give two French seals what people think.